Hello, can you hear me? Hi, so my name is Snehal Desai. I want to talk about a medication that was just recently approved by, um, so I'm just going to talk about a medication that was just approved by the FDA called Lumvoa. Um, its indication is interesting. Um, it, it's mainly used to treat um, thyroid eye disease, and you could see that it's used for injection, typically given IV. Um, Let me show you here. Its indication, it's given in 10 milligrams per kilogram intravenously every 3 weeks for a total of 5 infusions. So approximately 5 months of treatment. I mean, treatment, 3 months of treatment. Um, it was just approved on June 26, 2026, so not too long ago. Um, how it works is pretty interesting. Actually, I'll show you a picture of it real quick before we move into words here. You can see how there are actually two types of receptors behind the eye. You have the TSHR, which is a TSH receptor, which is a thyroid stimulatory hormone receptor, and the IGF-1 receptor. And whenever um, these are bound or have a receptor bound with molecule, typically is used to keep fluids from coming out or staying in, fluid retention and those kinds of things, just to make sure the eye is intact and all. However, when there's autoantibodies, when they bind to this, um, it might lead to more um, side effects. And because of the antibodies that attack the immune system, or that attack the organs in the body, might lead to irregularities in the response of the receptor that's supposed to be useful for the eye. But typically, when it becomes irresponsive, it can lead to some side effects where the eye starts to become very painful, it becomes very overwhelmingly bigger. There's a lot of fatty fluids and all those kinds of things that occur. And so, just as I mentioned, it's a little bit of words. Immune system activates orbital fibroblasts. These are the receptors that's behind the eye. Um, these basically release the cytokines, production of glycans, water retention, swelling. So all that occurs whenever the immune system activates these fibroblasts. Basically, they're kind of like ways of immunity within the eye. However, sometimes whenever there is the immune system sometimes make a mistake, and then when it releases those T cells or B cells um, to do its work, sometimes a auto antibody is made, and then it goes ahead and um, kind of screws up the process or messes up the process with it behind the eye. So it can kind of cause all of these kinds of symptoms to occur, and um, so whenever the medication is taken, it actually blocks one of the receptor from having to continuously release those inflammatory cytokines and all. So it'll kind of slow down the process there. And uh, you typically both of these receptors have to be activated to make inflammatory cytokines from doing its work in the eye. However, whenever one of them is blocked, it's going to prevent the process, so it slow down the whole cytokines from continuously causing problems within the eye and swelling and muscle and fat behind the eye. So that's pretty much what this medication does. Um, so here's another image here, another picture, kind of show you the process a little bit better detailed. Um, you can see how the antibodies um, are accidentally produced by the immune system, and that they bind to the TSH receptor, the IGF receptor, and then increases that production of cytokines and all. But with the medication, when it's bound to IGFR, IGF-1 receptor, it will slow down the whole process. It will decrease all those um, cytokines, the hyaluronic acid production, fat expansion, and then there will be reduced inflammation and tissue expansion and all. So this just gives you a little perspective of how this medication works. This next slide here is a code word. I recommend you all to know about this. The code word is essentially proptosis, and I put it here because this is going to be a new thing that we have been working on, mainly with the farm insurance organization, to create a sort of a reward system. And so anytime you see a code word like this, you want to actually save it somewhere to use for redeeming points and all. There's a little point system that's being tried out right now for rewards exclusively, like gift cards or promotional discount for pharmacy related products. And every time you see something like this, it's going to be a way for us to know that basically how to give you all points for watching our videos. We do appreciate you all for watching everything you have been doing to succeed in your pharmacy careers. It's it is a challenging area, and we do thank you for watching, and hope that your video experience watching these videos have been helpful to you. Um, um, there will be more videos posted. We just want to make sure that you get all the relevant, up-to-date medication-related information, and so we have decided to try out a reward system for you all to, to give, so that we can give back to you something that we are offering for your hard work. And also, if you have any questions for us about this, feel free to let us know. Another thing is we are doing another set of live reviews too for our uh, for the upcoming 2027 board exams and upwards and all. And we have started a new playlist. If you have not yet taken a look at that, feel free to take a look at our playlists that are there. They are just there to get us started, so we'll see about it all. So, thank you.